Good day, good people. It's another fine day in the year of the Zenith, the time at which something is the most powerful or successful. Nothing could describe that time more accurately than becoming the champion. And in the OC free-for-all, Silver Fortune reached the absolute zenith, becoming a double champion in the process. Today, at the end of the year of the Zenith, 26 other OCs of your creation fought hard to get to this point, and they look to find that same feeling, grasp that same success, and walk out of the Zenith and into 2023 as your Danganronpa Hunger Games OC champion. Tiger, Rose, Owen, Squid, Garuma, Namaya, Gloria, Raymond, Auntie Azura, Bite, Dave, Amber, Delta, David, Jinpachi, Natsuki, Tsuchiki, Ken, Sammy, Elise, Shukuya, Shin, Heather, Natasha, Lucas, Anastasia, and the OC singles and tag team double champion, Silver Fortune. Who will reach the zenith of Season 12 OC action today? Good day, good people. It's another fine day in the year of the... It is the final fine Thursday in the year of the Zenith. Toonling Dave, who's still a little leaned over from the pasting days. There you go. He's got a minor injury. He's all good. Toonlink Dave, Bravo, Anomaly, and Omlicars. If you know me as the man who still really doesn't know what the next year is. But for right now, I'm living out the last of the year of the Zenith, enjoying every second of it, every last drop. United States Aviator, it's time. It is OC finale time. The singles title, one half of the titles that Silver Fortune is holding right now. It is time for the Danganronpa Hunger Games. Are you ready? We got fantastic OC after fantastic OC. 27 OCs. One championship on the line today. Tag team titles on the line tomorrow. Which OCs will walk out of 2022 and walk into the year of the as champion? Today we find out, and I've introduced them all before, but let's do it one more time. District 1, we see Tigra, Valentine, and Rose, Kennedy, Owen, and Squid stand tall. In District 2, District 3 sees Daruma, Pansy, and Namai. District 4, we see Gloria and Raimi. District 5, we see Auntie Azuru and we see Bite. District 6, we see Dave and we see Amber. District 7, we see Delta and David. District 8, Jinpachi, Natsuki. Tag Team Agent of Chaos, but that chaos has been dwindled, it's subsided. Dave and Natsuki, they're both just standing tall. Dave and Natsuki, they are now just fighting for what's right, for gold. District 9 sees Tsuchiki and Ken. District 10 sees Sammy and Elise. District 11 sees Shukuyo and Shin. District 12 sees Heather and Natasha. District 13 says, via the secret episode, Lucas, via the free-for-all, Anastasia, and also via the free-for-all from Tag Team Action, walking out as both Singles Champion and Tag Team Champion in winner-take-all stipulation, Silver Fortune is the champion. And they will be the champion tomorrow at the start too. That time with Legault, but will they still have that OC championship strapped around their shoulder? We're about to find out. For starters, live chat, how you doing? I know this one's a premiere. I'm gonna drink some water real quick as I tell you to make your picks. First, second, and third in the comments down below too. Go and make them, because the OC title is on the line. Make those picks as soon as you can. You can't catch me, I'm the gingerbread man. I'm gonna make my picks. For first, this has been a very fun year for wrestling on the channel. Next year, it's gonna be even more fun. So I gotta pick Heather. No way I can. She's the one. I think she's walking out with the title. For second, I'm gonna take Tigra. And I think I'm gonna wrap up the purple trio. And I'm gonna pick David for third. I'm sorry, Delta for third, not David. David's probably gonna end up in the top like 5 because David is incredibly lucky, not for nothing. But those are my picks. You guys, I know, have made yours. And without further ado, y'all know what else we have to do. It's time to... Whoa. It's a lantern. Oh, it's even like a snow globe in there too. Stare deep into the lantern, you guys. Did you stare long enough? Have you made your decision? Let him in. Well, hey, what's good? Asnir. Well, why don't we go ahead and roll this bad boy? How many times are we doing this? Not just once, but 2 times for 3 times. It's time to get this finale on the road. 27 competitors, 3 resimulations, causes for 1 fantastic finale, not just 1 time. Not 2 times. But due to the decree of Asnir, I do believe it is time that we resimulate a full, not a full set of 6, but half a set of 6, we resimulate for this OC finale 3 times. Are you ready? Let's go ahead, let's do this bad boy, let's click proceed and let's see if Silver can walk out as the OC champion, being the first one to ever retain. It starts off with the bloodbath, and as the tributes stand on their podiums, the horns, they do what they do best, and they, horn bearers. Go ahead with it and go and, they go and sound them all, I tell you what. Thank you, horn bearers. I appreciate that. The best of them all. I'm glad they're all doing just fine and dandy. However, someone's not doing fine and dandy is Raimi. It runs away from the cornucopia. Gloria finds a 64-pack of Crayola crayons inside the cornucopia. Bite finds a talking Komodo dragon inside the cornucopia. The reptile says that she's Anastasia. Asnir's placed a curse on her, and the only way for that curse to be broken is for Bite to kiss her. Bite reluctantly obliges, kissing Anastasia, turning her back to normal, but unfortunately the kiss was venomous for Bite. Yeah, hate to see it. David finds a teleporter, teleports him to the Despair Dimension. This sparks the question of who would build a teleporter to the Despair Dimension. Owen runs away from the cornucopia. Tsuchiki cannot handle the circumstances and perishes. Squid is trampled to death by Sammy, Daruma, and Natasha during the initial rush. Rest in peace to Squid and Tsuchiki. Dave runs away from the cornucopia. Tiger grabs as many weapons as possible in case of one was rolled today. Not quite. Heather finds a cornucopia in the... a kazoo in the cornucopia and attempts to play tremendously, but instead fails. Tremendously, Elise couldn't make it to the game today. She forgot to set her alarm. Gosh darn it, Elise. Gosh darn it. Auntie Zuru runs away from the cornucopia, not Ski. Finds a teleporter, teleports to the Friday simulator. Tomorrow, she wanders off, never to be seen again. If this happens tomorrow, if this is how she perishes tomorrow, y'all remember this. Y'all remember, because I'll probably forget. But y'all remember. Amber and Namai threaten a double suicide. It fails and they both perish. Silver runs away from the cornucopia. Lucas finds a wizard robe inside the cornucopia, puts it on. Shin runs away. Jinpachi refuses to fall to despair. Shukuyo, Ken, and Delta work together to get as many supplies as humanly possible. And Rose takes a spear from inside of the cornucopia. We lost, honestly, quite a few on the bloodbath. But we gotta keep on going because day one begins. As Rose asks Ken, do you think I'm some sort of clown? Ken shrugs and says, perhaps, mayhaps. Raimi puts all of their faith into Atua. Silver finds a fedora, puts it on. Owen suddenly yells out, Silver the platypus! Auntie Zuru reminisces about season 1. Natasha commits a crime and runs away giggling. Sammy spends the whole day walking around in shoes made of Lego. She is truly transcended beyond humanity. Dave, baby! My guy. Oh, I hope he's feeling better. Shukuyo asks Gloria if everything's okay. David is the best in the world. Lucas sets up an ice cream shack. Nobody comes. Anastasia receives a knife from the corner. From an unknown sponsor. Tigra decides to lend Avi a hand and kills a Komodo dragon that's loose in the arena. Thank you. Jinpachi and Delta trade talents. Jinpachi's now the dangerous one. Heather puts cat ears on Daruma. She's very embarrassed about this, and Shin places a bomb next to a river to explode some fish. And unless there's a day 1 arena event, which there's not, right? There's not, okay. We got 20 people left. It could have been like 0 people left if we had a day 1 arena event, because this is generally a smaller game. Everyone has a better opportunity, but for right now, it's a sad of all moments for these people who missed out on their opportunity. 4. Bite, Tsuchiki. Squid, Elise. Natsuki, Amber, Namai. So we're at 20. 20 people remain, there's no new champ alert. Silver Fortune still remains champion. 8 more. The next 8 people, unfortunately, will not go on to that premiere. The top 12 go on to the season 13, the unluckiest season. That premiere. Who's gonna make it though? I don't know, but we still got Tiger, we got Rose, we got Owen, we got Daruma, we got Gloria, Raimi, Auntie Azuru trying to get the title back, Dave, former agent of Chaos, got the Chaos beat out of him at the fight before Christmas, Delta and David, both still hanging in there strong, Jinpachi still hanging in there, Ken still here, Sammy, Shukuyo, Shin, Heather, Natasha, and all of District 13, Lucas, Anastasia, and the champion, the double champion, the winner-take-all champion. Not so silver, this should really be gold fortune out here. That being said, we gotta proceed. And as we do, 20 remain. The next 8 that perish will not go on to that singles premiere in season 13, but Night 1 sees Heather and Owen having a pose-off. Owen wins. Lucas sets a few more traps before returning to camp for the night. Silver is so desperate to kill Sayaka, they create a clone out of her and kill said clone. Silver, you're going places. Auntie Zuru accidentally sticks his hand in the campfire that he made. Sammy, Rose, Shin, and Ken all find a big red button. They watch in horror. Sammy presses it. You've doomed us all, they say, expecting something bad to happen. Nothing happens, leaving Sammy disappointed and the others glad, relieved in fact. Shukuyo submits an application to join the squad. David, Gloria, and Anastasia all have s'mores around the campfire. Tigra fends off Natasha, Daruma, and Raimi away from her fire. Dave walks into a portal, turns it on. His molecules get all rearranged. He's got ghost powers. He's now fire type, ghost type. You love to see it. Jinpachi, wake up. Delta don't like this. We gotta proceed. Nobody actually perished this day. Maybe we'll have a peaceful next day too. Maybe we won't. We will not. Auntie Uzuru does a sick kickflip but fails the landing, falls flat on his face. Dave uses secret technique, running away. He actually kind of just scurries with his little feet. Lucas uses a spell to suck the intelligence out of Gloria. The spell fails because there's nothing to suck out. Heather sets Anastasia on fire with a Molotov. Rest in peace to Anastasia. Shin actually blurts out the fact that he likes Rose in a non-platonic way. Rose accepts the accidental confession wholeheartedly. Shukuya receives Fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Dave tends to Natasha's wounds. Delta actually blurts out the fact that he likes Jinpachi in a non-platonic way. Jinpachi says, no thanks. Doesn't like him like that. Ken kills Silver Fortune with a hatchet. And you know what that means. It is indeed let him in. A new champ alert. Silver, you did great in that free-for-all, but you can't hold the title forever. There we go. Whew. Took my breath away there. Rest in peace of Silver. They did incredible. Owen uses spell to select the intelligence out of Daruma, which shockingly works, leaving Daruma dumbfounded. Tiger repeatedly stabs Sammy to death with size. Sammy, no. And Raimi makes a life-size cardboard cutout of freaking Sayaka despite AV. Oh, I hate that. Despise it, in fact. We only lost 3. One of them being the champ. But it is still indeed the saddest of all moments for Anastasia, Silver, Sammy. See, everybody's status is we could have a new champion, but we could have a couple people win that championship for a second time. Tiger's still in. Rose and Owen and Daruma all still remain. Raimi, Anti-Azuru, Gloria, and Dave from that second row. Delta, David, Jinpachi, and Ken from that third row. Shukuya and Shin, Heather, and Natasha, and only Lucas remains from District 13. What will unfold? I don't know. There are 15 people left the next... Are there 15? No, there's 17, isn't there? Yes, there are 17 people left. Which means we still got, what, 5 to lose? 5 more to lose until we get to that sweet, sweet spot of the top 12? We have to get there, then. We have to get there. How on earth will we get there? We gotta proceed to do so. It's the same as always. We proceed, some more people perish, we get to save and grades pick, some more people perish, we get a winner. Unless we don't. Let's see who wins this title. As Natasha and Dave die in Monokuma's test, Natasha finally got to hang out with Dave. They took on Monokuma's test, but they did not survive. You hate to see it, but I'm sure Natasha had a good time finally getting to observe Dave. Delta buys every single version of Uno from AV's Wares and despairs Daruma. Loves Rose as much as Maki loves Kaito. I get that. Daruma loves flowers. Rose's name is a flower. You love to see it. Shin, Ken, Tiger, and Owen, or Owen rather, get together for a rock band. Gloria simps for tables. Lucas doesn't understand why. Tables are awesome. Jinpachi charges his ultimate move. David says to Heather and Raimi, I have to go now, my planet needs me, then flies away. David dies on the way back to his home planet. You hate to see that. But Shukuyo battles Anti-Zuru in an intense game of rock, paper, scissors. Shukuyo loses and has a sad feeling in their chest. Will proceed again. At least that sad feeling wasn't the feeling of not a heartbeat. Let's proceed to day 3. Raimi confesses her love to Anti-Azuru. There's a lot of confessions going on. Anti-Azuru, he just says, cool, see ya, homie, and leaves. He's like, I'm dipping. Jinpachi isn't surprised that Shin has made it this far. Daruma finds a secret stash of pancakes that I hypothetically hinted at. On a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you hate Delta? Hate? I mean, like 2? 2, I guess? I don't hate Delta. I think Delta's a very fine competitor. One of the best, honestly. Has won a couple. When you win more than one game, you kind of have to be like in the upper echelons of like, wait, maybe I am the best and one of the best. Ken receives food from a mysterious man dressed as a wizard. Tiger hopes that AV doesn't jinx her. You're too late for that. Euros works at Yoko's, which happens to be hiring. Lucas horrified when Gloria goes to a job interview for it. I can't believe you. The betrayal. Heather receives medical supplies from a mysterious man dressed as a wizard, and Owen confesses his love for Shukuyo. Shukuyo replies and says, cool, see you, homie. Heads out, dips out, says, yeah, no, I'm good. I'm good. But we lost another 3. Another 3 gone. That brings us down to 14, which means the next 2 will unfortunately not be going on to that singles premiere to tight race, and it's a terrible turnabout of 4 Natasha, Dave, David. This isn't a terrible turnabout. It's the saddest of all moments. You get the gist. That being said, we'll see everybody's statuses one more again. We are down to 14. It is Tigra, Rose, Owen, Daruma. It is Gloria, Raimi, Auntie Azuru. It is still Delta, it is still Jinpachi, it is still Ken, and it is Shukuyo, Shin, Heather, and Lucas. I'm gonna say it. All of my picks are still in. My purple squad, Heather, Tigra, and Delta. Will they all die before saving race picks is the real question. Because that's a real possibility. Let's find out. Let's proceed and find out, how are your picks doing? Shockingly, mine are doing very well. Let's find out how well they're gonna keep doing. Daruma sims for tables. Rose doesn't understand why. Jinpachi has a fever dream. While sleeping, he wakes up to Kyoko standing over them. Gloria died from thirst. Rest in peace. Auntie Zuru was caught simping for Owen, but Shin was already simping for Owen and kills Auntie Zuru out of spite. Auntie Zuru out of this one as well. Rest in peace to the homie. We are down. Those are the two that don't make it. Everyone else here makes it on to that season 13 premiere. Interestingly enough, Heather reminisces about season 7. Delta passed out from exhaustion. Ken ships Lucas and Shukuyo. Lucas and Shukuyo are incredibly uncomfortable. Raimi finds an Etch-a-Sketch somehow after a few hours, creates a masterpiece, and Tiger spent all of her points maxing out luck. Will she be lucky today? I don't know. It feels like it's feast time, is it? It indeed is, as the cornucopia is replaced with food, weapons, memoirs from the tribute's family. Tigra repeatedly stabs Shukuyo to death with sighs. Lucas is not going. Not at all. Heather, Daruma, and Delta confront each other, but grab what they want slowly to avoid conflict. Smart. Owen discovered all the lore on Slugma Face. His life is now complete. Okay, that's a lot of lore. Rose kills Jinpachi with a sickle. Ken decides not to attend the feast. Raimi doesn't go either, and Shin dies from an infection. We still have a day to get through. It'll be saving grace picks, but we do still have a day to get through. There could be even more people perishing, like Heather, trying to sleep through the entire day. Tigra asks Daruma if Daruma likes boats. Daruma says no, does not. Owen kills Ken, then revives him as an undead minion. Well, I'll allow that. I will allow that. Delta, Rose, and Lucas get chased by a rampaging Raimi. Nobody perished on this day. So we should be going into saving grace picks with 8 people. Unless there's an arena event. That'd be dreadful if there were an arena event, wouldn't it? Oh, don't worry, there's not, right? Okay. I'm sure I scared y'all a little bit. I never know. But I would have totally taken credit for that one. It is the final saddest of all moments. 4. Gloria, Auntie Azuru, Shukuyo, Jinpachi, Shin. I don't need saving grace picks. Well, what do you know? Some of y'all do, and in case you do, I think I'm gonna let you make them. Hey, but just this once. How about some, saving grace picks? We still got Tigra remaining, and all of District 1 actually, Tigra and Rose. 2 people who I believe have been in since the start. Since the very first OC episode. I know Tiger was, I'm like 99% sure Rose was. In fact, I'm 100% Rose's. I'm actually 100%. I'm 100% sure. Owen, who's new this season, could walk in as champion. Or walk out of the first season that they've ever been in as champion. Daruma wants to hold that gold one more again. Raimi is here as well. Former Agent of Chaos wants some gold to her name. We still have Delta, the one and only. Has won twice, could win on his big moment for the championship. Ken, the one and only. He's here. He came, he saw, he conquered. Could he win though? Heather. Heather. We've said that this year has been a good year for wrestling. Will she cement that by winning this one? Lucas. Put in via the secret episode. has more than likely let him in. But is that going to be enough? It hasn't proved to be enough in the past, but will it prove to be enough today? Let me know who you got first, second, third. I'm not gonna make any picks. I'm gonna stick with my original three: Heather, Tigra, Delta. It's very rare that all of my picks are still in, so I say this with pride and confidence: Heather, Tigra, Delta. It's not a prediction, it's a spoiler. Oh, I haven't said that in a minute, but I'm feeling confident today. It's your final 8. I hope you guys are ready for this one because it is time to see who walks out as champion between these 8. Are you ready? Tigra, Rose, Owen, Daruma, Raimi, Delta, Ken, Heather, Lucas. Your final 9, actually. I can count, just like they can count. The heartbeat, the pulse, and the determination. The same fate as that of a samurai woman. Let's do this. Let's get this show on the road. It's your final 9. Because I can count, but just barely. Let's see what unfolds. At start of night 4, Heather hates Raimi so strongly she created a whole squad against her. Delta and Rose create their own secret code language so they can communicate without, any unwanted eavesdroppers listening in. Ken and Lucas become best friends after bonding over their shared love of 17th century sea shanties. Daruma and Tigra settle their dispute over an intense game of rock, paper, scissors. Owen loves all the V3 survivors equally: Maki, Himiko, and Sucky. Nobody perished. That worries me. Will anyone perish this time? Yeah, okay, oh no. Oh, that's unfortunate. Ken asks for my soundboard, throws an epic dance party because I'm gonna allow it, especially with Lucas, Tigra, Heather, and Raimi in there. Daruma, Rose, and Owen hold an intervention for my pancake addiction. Well, I don't have one, and you all don't have a life anymore. Rest in peace to ya. Delta unfortunately falls into a frozen lake and drowns, which brings us right down to our final 5. They're dancing all about. It is Ken, it is Lucas, it is Tigra, it is Heather, and it is Raimi in the final 5. And as we proceed, unless there's an arena event, there is not. We have a terrible turnabout for Daruma, Rose, Owen, Delta. You do hate to see it. But you know what you love to see? Our final 5. We'll see everybody's statuses. We start off Tigra. Won the first game of OC action this season. Could win it all today. Could win that OC championship. Raimi. Former agent of chaos wants to hold some gold today. Ken. The one and only. Will Ken win? Will Ken win? Will Ken win? Will Ken win? I do love some rhymes. Heather, I said it once and I'll say it again. It's been a glorious time for wrestling on the channel. Will Heather seal the deal? Or Lucas, who more than likely has let him in? What else will unfold? Will that be enough? I'm not sure, but it's a full set of final 5. We don't get this too often. Between Tigra, Raimi, Ken, Heather, and Lucas. They're all standing, eyes locked. The same steely determination coursing through their veins. Unbeknownst to them, they are all caught in what we like to call in championship action, a golden crisis of fate. Five left. Who will walk out as champion? It could end when I click proceed. It does not end when I click proceed, and we will not get a crisis of fate because you know what? Tiger said, you know what? Give me some Megalovania in here. Okay. Why not? Ken questions his sanity. Raimi walks barefoot across a carpet of Legos. Unfortunately, she succumbs to the pain, and she does perish. Heather reminisces about the year of the horizon, and Lucas starts a beef with American President James K. Polk. We are down to 4. It is Tigra, it is Ken, it is Heather, and it is Lucas. As we proceed, we see Ken has balloons. Heather comes along and pops them. Ken proceeds to kill Heather for destroying his balloons. Rest in peace, Heather. We adore you. We love the wrestling out here. Hopefully, we'll see you next season in the premiere. Maybe I have a better chance then. But right now, it is a battle between Ken, Tiger, who puts all of her faith into Atua, and Lucas, who smells a rat. It's your final 3. And unless there's an arena event here, there is not. It is just those 3. I do love it. I love this version of Megalovania. But I also love a terrible turnabout 4. Raimi, Heather, Ken, Tigra, Lucas. Tiger, who's been in for the long haul. Ken, who's ready to show what he's got. And Lucas, who has let him in. What will unfold? I'm uncertain. But I think it's time we find out what will likely be the last time we proceed. I mean, we might proceed one more time. I actually have no idea. We could have like peace and then a death and then it would be one more proceed. But I got a gut feeling it's not gonna go like that. I got a gut feeling that this will be the last time we hear crises of fate today. Tigra, Ken, Lucas. Your final 3, who walks out as champion? It will not be, it could be, okay, well, we might hear one more. Tiger dresses up as Ken, breaks out in Cosbox. Ken just laughs. Lucas grabs a kitchen knife, hopefully it's just for self-defense. I'm uncertain, but as we proceed one more again, we see nothing happening. Lucas hates how he acted in the past. Disgusted by what he did in the past, Lucas wants to move past this phase in his life and actively become a better person. Ken. First about season 4, Tiger feels that there is a duck watching her, and as we proceed, we lost nobody, so we must go on again to see. Ken sends Tiger to jail for Mew-like behavior, and Lucas is killed by a black mamba. You know exactly whose fault that is. I believe that the Mew-like behavior one is not a fatal event, but if it is, Ken is the champion. So now it's more of a question of not who, but if Tigra is gone or Tigra is alive. Ken stands tall, knowing that he might be champion, but it's all a matter of, is Tigra about to break out of jail for Mew-like behavior? That much I don't know. When we go to the next day, it might just say that Ken is champion. Or, Tiger breaks out of jail, and they have one final duel between them. So I have to ask you guys, who is it going to be? Unless this is already over. Will it be Ken, Tigra, both, or neither? I am pretty sure that Mew-like behavior is not a life sentence. I'm pretty sure it's just a night sentence. But we're about to find out between Ken and Tigra. Tigra and Ken. Let's proceed. I know y'all have called out in the live chat, and I know y'all have called in the comments. So let's find out who walks out as champion, if anyone. I know y'all are ready. On the edge of your seats. So one more time I ask you, between Ken and Tigra, who will it be? Well, now, I think I'll tell you that the answer is Tigra asks if Ken likes boat, leading Ken to go on a tirade of how much he loves boats. She broke out of jail and then dies of boredom, which means just one person stands tall. And as we proceed, we hit it up. Your final terrible turnabout 4. Lucas, Tigra. It's all over. One man stood tall, one man stood supreme. And as we proceed, we can see who that one homie is because he stands tall. District 9 sees your winner. And new? Hold on. And new? Oh, and new! Danganronpa Hunger Games OC Champion. From out of nowhere, came through, stood tall, and won this whole shebang. Kin wins. Y'all know the second I started to say that rhyme, I was like, will Kin win? Will Kin win? Oh, he did. Kin did win. You'll love to see it. That's not the first Kin that's won the OC Championship, actually. A different Kin, K-E-N, won the championship as well. As we proceed, there he is. Your new OC champion. Tigra took second place, was so close to holding that gold. And I don't think this is the first time she's finished second either, unfortunately. Lucas third, Heather fourth place. Man, my 3 picks from the get-go are in the top 6, and they are second, fourth, and sixth. You hate to see it. Heather 4th, Raimi 5th, Delta 6th, Owen 7th, Rose 8th, Daruma 9th, Shin 10th, Jinpachi 11th, and Shukuyo rounding off your top 12, and those 12 will come on. And they will go to compete for that OC Championship at the start of Season 13. However, everyone else here will have another opportunity to try and get into that match as well. Anti-Azuru, Gloria, Gunther, David Gunther, actually. Dave, Natasha, Sammy, Silver, Anastasia, Namae, Amber, Natsuki, Elise, Squid, Tsuchiki, and Bite all will go into that OC Agent of Chaos match with pretty much every other OC who was here this season, aside from these top 12. Good on them. But that's the future. The now is Kin. Kin walks out of 2022. Kin walks out of the year of the Zenith as your OC champion. Congratulations to him. Now I think we can just go on. We can proceed. Bite in last place. You hate to see it. Love TV heads, but that Bite character, I'm surprised he even exists. We'll proceed. Bite perished first, as if the universe were trying to get rid of him, as if he were an anomaly trying to be corrected. Let him in. Day 8 ended with boats. Tigra was dead from the boredom, and Kin stood tall as your winner and champion. We'll proceed one more again. Kin, 3 KOs. Tigra had 2. Everyone else was 1 or none. One had Anastasia, Daruma, Heather, Natasha, Rose, Sammy, and Shin. That being said, this game is over. Congratulations once again to Kin. I'm proud of him. Came through. I think very first season, might be second season. I'm not entirely sure. I'd have to remember that one. But strong competitor and won this whole shebang. How did Kin do in the very first, or when Kin placed? I think Kin placed like 6th or 7th. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Place 6. Not bad. Placed 6 and now placing first and walking out with gold strapped around his shoulder. You'll love to see it. We'll go back to the reaping. It all ends here. Congratulations once again to Kin. We asked, will Kin win? And Kin did win. He did just that. And now Silver is left with just one championship tag team action tomorrow. Kin, Legault, defend those tag team titles in Ordeal. Will they win? Will they retain? They got a 1 in 13? Something like that. 1 in 13, 1 in 14 chance of doing so. Better odds than today. Will Silver retain? We're gonna have to wait and find out. Silver, Legault, good luck tomorrow. But for today, congratulations one more again to Kin and to our top 12 and to every OC that participated in singles action this season. It was a lot of fun. And I'll see y'all next season and next year. But first, tag team action tomorrow. Toodaloo, Flight Crew. Thanks for watching.